Welcome back to Redefining Language with the Yekmeister Caledorn and the Yek apprentice Katherine.
The Yek apprentice? That's interesting.
Yes, you have been already, as I told you in the stream earlier today, you have been given blessing the Yek to actually bless other people with the blessing of the Yek. And this is a very great honor for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel honored. I mean, I feel like I've been powered up. I have like golden light streaming from me. This is fantastic.
No, you have Yeks streaming from you.
I have Yeks. Even better.
Yes. So would you like to explain to the viewers what we are doing here?
Absolutely. We are going to play a game inspired from an interaction I have with my mum, who speaks 4 different languages, and English was her 4th. Every now and again, when she says something, she forgets a word and inserts one in either Russian, Polish, or German. Sometimes I understand the word, but most times I end up with a puzzled expression and have to try and define the meaning. This program is all about discovering the meaning of words in different languages, or failing that, at least providing an entertaining guess. The words are in the description below, so you can play along with us. All of the program is improvisation. I have not seen the word list and do not know what Caledorn will present me with.
Indeed. So, as I haven't been doing any kind of accent today, I might adapt an accent.
What kind would you prefer?
Well, there are several accents that I would prefer, but I think that I shall go with High British for this episode. So, with further ado, are you prepared for the first word, my lady?
Certainly.
Excellent. Gezelligheid.
my ch's are getting stuck in my throat.
Pardon. Gezelligheid.
Now, what language is this from?
Dutch.
Dutch.
Gezelligheid. You did not understand this, that it is Dutch with all these sounds? I am not, sorry, we are not amused.
We're not amused. Well, it's an interesting word to be presented with. First word out of the gate. Oh God. Gezelligheid. Oh my God, my ch's are getting stuck. Pardon me, let me have a
I should say that pronunciation is just as good as my own, to be honest.
Oh, it's dreadful. No, I think yours is much better. The thing that came to my mind, first of all, and this might actually be a very apt definition. When you said gesella, I thought of chrysalis. And we know what comes from chrysali, or chrysalises. They are butterflies, of course. And it seems like I have noticed in many, especially of the Germanic languages, that the words for animals and things seem harsher than what the possible animal conveys. So if we have something quite delicate like a butterfly, it would make perfect sense if it was called a gezelligheid. Oh my God. So we're going to go with a butterfly for that one.
No, not exactly.
No, not exactly. Half a ding?
No.
1/3 of a ding? 1/10 of a ding?
No dings whatsoever.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes. I've lost on this round. Oh dear.
Yes. So, the word in question means koselig.
It means koselig. Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
That's very rough. But I still stand by my definition. This word sounds very harsh for such a nice and sweet thing.
You may have noticed that most words in the Germanic languages sound harsh. What they are used for anything cute and cuddly, or for something that is not cute and cuddly, at least to the untrained ear, that is.
Well, but I mean, we have things like Stahl, which is steel, right? Is that the right word for steel? Stahl?
Yes, but it is a very harsh word.
No, but it sounds...
Stahl?
No, Stahl. It could be a smooth word. And steel is quite a hard substance, and it's used in making railroad tracks. But it sounds quite smooth in a way. Stahl. Of course, I might be pronouncing it extra smooth. That could be too.
I suppose. The thing is that with your voice, it is difficult to not make things sound smooth, as we were treated quite frequently to listening or seeing from your viewers in your stream.
Well, thank you.
Anyways, let us move along to the next word, which is Norwegian. Oh, by the way, sorry. Gezelligheid was suggested by TheHazardOfLife.
Ah, thank you very much.
Yes, so the next word, Norwegian, is spøkelse.
Spøkelse-ish.
Yes, indeed.
Spøkelse. Now, the first...
No, not spøkelse, spøkelse.
Spøkelse. And are we saying this with a British accent or with a Norwegian accent? Because the sounded very British.
No, this is a Norwegian word.
This is a Norwegian.
Spøkelse.
Spøkelse. Right. This word gives me a couple of different inspirations of thought. One of them has to do with sparkles, i.e. sparklers, which are the little sparkly things you get on any holiday requiring fireworks, which we discussed the other day with gunpowder and all that. And they're very sparkly. They come off in these little bits and have extra sparkles at the end of them. However, I don't know if you would pick a word so obvious that we might have discussed the other day. So I'm thinking that it might be a sprinkler. Because it is getting to be summertime, and children run around and play in sprinklers, and they get all the water around the grass. I used to play in a sprinkler when I was a kid. It was fun. We had a slip and slide too. Not like these fancy, oh my God, these ones they have these days. They have padding on the bottom of the slide, on the sides of the slide. It is a injury-proof thing, which I wish I had as a kid. But my slip and slide was basically a tarp. Which was the original not orange, but yellow slip and slide. And if your grass was not smooth, be ready for bruises on all of your front sides because it was painful. But I still loved it, and it was nice. So, yes, spøkelse is I would say it's a sprinkler. We're gonna go with that.
So, the Norwegian word for sprinkler can be two things. It depends on whether you're dealing with an industry thing or you're dealing with something that someone uses at home in their own garden. Mm-hmm. If it's an industry thing, it would be a sprinkelanlegg.
Ah, I would never have guessed that one.
No, you would never have guessed that. For the more common word, sprinkelanlegg also could the fire protection devices with you have in your houses. The more common word that most Norwegians use would be vannspreder. Spøkelse, on the other hand, is a ghost.
Ghost. Interesting. I would never have guessed that. A ghost. Closest word would be like a spook, but it's not even close to that either. All right.
Partially.
No dings.
Thank you to Jaiel for suggesting spøkelse.
Thank you,
Excellent
Jaiel.
Word.
Yes.
Now for word number 3, just give me a few seconds here.
Okay. Caledorn often listens to the pronunciation before saying a particularly difficult word.
And that sadly means that you need to be quiet as well, because otherwise I won't hear the word, which is problematic.
All right.
So please give us a few seconds. Znakharka.
Oh dear.
Znakharka.
Well, thank God I know what it means. Even if I can't pronounce it, Znakharka. Znakharka? Znakharka.
Something along those lines, yes.
So, sorry, I'm laughing because I know the definition here. And I just have to tell it to you guys. But, Znakharka, pardon me, is a condition where whereby it's, you know, when your nose is really stuffy and you can't breathe. And all you can do, you can try to, you know, like this. And it's really a rough time. I think, I don't remember, what language is this in? Is this in?
Russian.
Russian? Really? I didn't even know they had letters that said that. Oh dear. So the Russians have cleverly coined this word to describe the misery of having this you know, obstructed nasal passage syndrome thing that makes you feel so bad when you have a cold. Yes.
So my pronunciation of that word was absolutely abhorrent, I know. The only thing that I had to rely on in this one was Bing or Google Translator, where the other one was as bad as the first one. So I didn't know which one to go with, and I had no one to ask for help with this.
You know what? I should have hooked you up with my mom. She could have told you, and I wonder what she's going to say for a word like Znakharka. Oh, yes. And I should ask her when we finish recording. Hey, Ma, do you know what this word means? Yes.
Znakharka is what the Bing thing says. Anyways, it is faith healer, wise woman, witch, or sorceress.
Well, a woman of many jobs and many talents. Hello.
Yes. Thank you to Wally. 1169 for suggesting this most
Thank you, Wally. Yes, this was most entertaining.
Yes, it was. Moving right along to the next word.
We probably should.
Seems to be le français.
Ooh.
Or, pardon, en français. Chat.
Well, I happen to have a slight advantage in knowing some French. Chat, I know, is the name of a particular kind of animal. But I would have to say that I know exactly what this word is, and it is spelled C-H-A-T. Now, this is extremely apropos because the animals that are described by this word do in fact chat quite a lot. They are cats. Chat is cats, and as we have well seen, Caledorn's cat regularly meows. Can you get him to meow for a minute so we can see? And of course, Eleanor.
I'm afraid he's asleep.
He's asleep. Eleanor must also be asleep, but you guys know of her proclivity for delivering the eminent dirges of the Song of the Squirrel and, of course, of the Purple Gloves. So yes, that would be a cat. Who likes to chat?
Do you have a ding?
I have a ding, yes.
This one was suggested by myself. The next word in the list is from a very different part of the world.
Oh, yes?
We are moving on to Asia.
Asia? Oh, dear.
We are going to the country of Japan.
Okay.
And the word in question, Neko.
Neko. Well, that's easy. Neko are wafers that you, they're very tasty, kind of like candy wafer things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I sense some disbelief. Yes. There's quietness over there. It's spelled Necco. Yes, and they sell them at the candy shops, and they're fairly good. I used to eat them as a child. So
the word is spelled Nako.
Neko. Neko. All right.
Neko.
Neko.
Neko. Neko.
Neko.
N-A-T-K-O.
Yes, an echo. I see. I understand it now. But that could be a good inspiration for the word. It could be an echo or a Neko. Otherwise, I understand. Yes, I'm still going with wafers. Either that or wafers that crunch so loudly that they produce an echo.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh dear, no dings. I sense the disappointment in you. Oh dear Caledorn, it is rough indeed. Oh my. Oh, yes.
It is a cat.
A what?
A cat.
A cat. Oh my god. Well, cats do meow quite loudly. You could hear an echo from them. I have no doubt. Oh, yes.
Oh, dear. Thank you to Eidane for suggesting the word. And we are moving a slight distance from Japan onto the mainland of Asia and going into China.
Okay.
And the word in question here is... Mao.
Mao? Right. Now, this word definitely has several meanings. I'm going to have to get all my fortune cookie knowledge out for this. But you know how they write to you? Like, they try to teach you Chinese one word at a time. Like, one time the word is chopsticks or broccoli or fish or something. Or they try to teach you like a teepee or... Yeah.
Which is kind of dreadful, because if I pronounce that word wrong, I probably insulted your mother or something now.
Mao? Does it have to do with my mum? Oh. See, I know of Mao Zedong.
The thing about Chinese is that the word, if you have just a slight difference in the pronunciation, the word means something completely different. So I probably insulted your mum. While the word I said has nothing to do with that. I don't know.
I don't think she would mind, because she doesn't speak Chinese.
Good.
Well, you're right. That's true. There are many very great subtleties within the language. That's for sure. I know when we lived in Singapore, my mom was trying to learn Chinese a little bit at a time. She had a Chinese teacher. And she also did Chinese brush painting, which is fascinating. Or ink drawing painting, you know, with the ink.
Yes.
It was really interesting. But yeah, it didn't really stick with her. She kind of didn't really have a lot of interest after a time, but you know how it is when you get kind of distracted by other things. So when you have a word like Mao, it could mean many different things. And in this particular instance, considering our previous words and the direction that they have been going, my cat happens to speak Chinese, and she says Mao all the time. She doesn't say meow, she says Mao. And she pronounces it very clearly indeed. So I'm just going to say, Mao, what does Mao mean? Oh, it means rope, clearly. Because her favorite toy is a rope. That she has a little rope with little fringes on the end. And like Eleonora loves her little mice toys, or the squirrel, or she likes big toys. But Araminta, she grew up with her rope toy, and she has 3 different little ropes with little knots in them, and we hide them on the bed for her, and she loves to dig them out and carry them around the house. So when she's saying Mao, she means she wants her rope toy. So therefore, Mao means rope.
It's a cat.
See, this you can't make it too easy for me, Caledorn. Because I might not fall into that trap you're setting for me.
No, I've noticed this now. The next word I'm going to say now, she's probably going to say, oh, it's a cat. Because it's a German word, and you know the Germans and their harsh words, it must be a cat. She's probably going to say that. Mark my words.
Well, it's because you said that, now I can't say that. Now I have to come up with a a definition. Hello. Are you clapping for me? No.
No, it was just my chair.
Your chair.
Thank you to Jarlyk. My chair. You know, the thing I sit in.
Yeah,
it has this leans for my... Yeah, of course. Thank you to Jarlyk for suggesting.
Thank you, Jarlyk. Thank you for everyone who is suggesting the word cat, because I am completely unable to understand it in other languages. I had that thought, though, that it could either be meow or cat, but clearly it means rope. All right, let's move forward.
Oh, of course. And also apologies to Catherine's mother if I miss her in Chinese, which was not my intention whatsoever. Yes. The next word is, as I've already said, German.
Yes.
Lichtgeschwindigkeit.
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 Yes.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
pretty sure.
My Britishing.
Oh dear. I'm pretty sure it's not
yes.
cat. Unless it's a
You would be right.
A multi-legged cat, like a caterpillar kind of cat with many legs, because that's a very long word. Licht, I think, is light. And a Geschwinde is with a kite at the end of it. Well, oh my god, you gave me that one? Seriously? Yes. So a Lichtgeschwindigkeit is, you know, what's his name? Who was it? Oh shoot, I forgot who it was. I think, was it Benjamin Franklin who was flying his kite in a lightning storm? That one? I forget who it was. Good lord.
Yes.
So the kite that he was flying is the Lichtgeschwindigkeit because it's capable of transferring the energy, the light energy, which we now know as electrical energy, but they didn't have a word for this back then. And the Geschwinde is, of course, it has to be wind blowing. There's a Geschwind blowing from the east, that sort of thing. And and it certainly lit him up when he got a bit of a bolt struck in him from the this was a bad idea. But anyway, we discovered a lot about electricity from this experiment. So this is the historical name of his kite.
Clearly, the German language would need to have the word for that.
Yes,
quite
absolutely.
Natural.
Yes. Oh yes, they have many compound words, and this makes perfect sense.
So it is the speed of light.
Really? The Lichtgeschwindigkeit.
Yes.
Huh. Speed of
or
light.
Light speed.
Light speed. Oh, it was a Star Trek reference. Oh dear.
Thank you, Melerion.
Thank you, Melerion. I never get your words, Melerion, but I do thank you. They're good. They're very good.
The next word is also German.
Mm-hmm.
However, the pronunciation there was very, very bad. And this is a word that I'm kind of not that familiar with, so I need to get this into here, I believe.
Light speed. Dang, I can't believe I missed that. That would have been nice.
Okay, I got it now. Hold
you know
on.
what? You could tell me ahead of time what category the words are in. We might even add that to the program. Let's do that.
I'm not doing categories. I'm just doing random words to make you confused.
Oh, thank you very much.
Zwietracht. Oder Zweitracht. I am not entirely certain.
Which one is it?
But I believe it is Zwietracht.
Zwietracht. Well, that's where you go into a bar and order Swedish beer, clearly. Swedish draft. Yes, there you go. Easy one.
Yes.
Yes. I'm very good at this. I'm so glad you're giving me these easy words today, Caledorn.
So, it means discord.
Discord?
Or dissension.
Oh, well, we shouldn't have any of that in here. No. It's far more inclusive to go and order a Swiedraft at the bar. Have a nice time, have a bit of a chat. Of course, I probably wouldn't order beer because I don't really like beer, but I would have a nice glass of water or iced tea, perhaps. Mm-hmm. So
you would prefer the entire community of 5,000 something that we have in our Zwietracht to go to a bar instead?
No. Well, the whole that's an interesting comment that I would have about Discord. I don't like the name of Discord because Discord is disharmony, and I prefer everything to be in harmony. It's quite nice that way. It's very koselig. Or the other word that I can't pronounce. Oh dear. Oh dear, the Dutch word that I couldn't get. That means
Yes.
koselig, which I feel bad about now.
Yes.
Yes. Yuck.
Thank you for suggesting the word ML13 gunner. 0103, actually.
Cool.
We are moving on to Romanian.
Oh boy, Sol has another word.
A challenge for my tongue.
Okay.
Bufniţă.
Bufniţă?
Yes.
There are all kinds of lovely images that come to mind. Mostly kind of like an afro haircut, like a boof kind of thing. And a bufniţă could be an ornament that you might put in your hair if you have it styled this way. Yeah, that sounds.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That makes perfect sense. What is this thing?
I would really like to see you with one of these in your hat.
Well, I don't have an afro, so I don't know if I could do that. Or I don't have like a poofy hairstyle either. I want to hear what this word is now.
It's an owl.
It's an owl. Well, that could be a thing. I mean, we've seen many fantasy movies like Harry Potter where they have owls and they train them to sit on inconvenient parts of the body and that sort of thing. And it could get stuck in your hair. You never can tell.
Of course.
And of course, in the when was that? It was in the 16th or 17th century where women put these kind of bird cages in their hair and they poofed up their hair like Marie Antoinette over there.
Have an owl inside of the cage.
Well, not an owl, but they did have birds, like real songbirds in there, and it was
True.
most interesting.
Would have been most disconcerting to be at a party with them and you go over to her and hello, who. Or
well,
depending on what bird is in there, yak 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 yak
yak. Well, the thing about the owl would actually be a time saver because, I mean, presumably this would be a high-class lady who may not be acquainted with all of the people who are vying for her attention. And so she doesn't even have to say. The owl just says, who? Like, who are you? And so it's like modern messaging. It's like a bot that's working for her, you know?
Indeed, you were right, though. Thank you to Soul Adams for suggesting the word. And we are now at the last word.
Okay.
Which is, again, German.
Oh, a German word. All right.
Kurfürst.
Really?
Really.
Say it again.
Kurfürst.
Kurfürst. Right. Well, I mean, I suppose if we were really to have a good definition, we must start at the core. And the core comes first. So I would say that this word is a word meaning inclusiveness and the promotion and sort of protection of one's own society. Core first. As in, yeah, you take care of those things first. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I hear nothing from your end here. I am like talking in the darkness. Oh no. Help, I'm being repressed.
The darkness is not home at the moment.
The darkness is not home.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Oh, well, what kind of message should I leave? Can you send me a pizza, please, darkness? You're my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. Right. Oh my.
So, Kurfürst is a Prince-Elector of the whole empire.
Oh, well, I would never have guessed that. I didn't guess that. I showed you that I would never guess
exactly.
it.
No.
Okay.
So thank you to Zephyr for suggesting.
Thank you very much, Zephyr.
And since we're on to the World of Warcraft, no, not the World of Warcraft. This is Warcraft 2. the darkness thing.
Are we
I guess that I should. I guess that I should recall everyone that for the last time, I am not a drug lord. I am a dreadlord.
Oh my gosh, is that from the game?
Yes. If you click the dreadlord too many times, he would say that.
Oh dear. Yeah.
He would also frequently call darkness on his phone. Hello, darkness. Are you there?
Sounds so funny. I have not actually played that game, so it sounds like I need to refresh my knowledge there. And
there are some very funny clips. Also, I would like to mention that you apparently had kind of a ding in one of our episodes.
Did I? Oh,
yes.
I'm not used to getting dings in these episodes, I have to say.
No, I know.
You know, and you do it on purpose. I know you know. You picking hard words like cat and such? Oh my god.
Yes. How dare I? So Koba42 commented on episode 5 that the word "so," which we had in the last episode,
yes, which means pig, clearly.
In German, it actually does mean the female pig. So you got an honorary ding.
Yay! That's awesome. Woohoo! I got an honorary ding. I got a half or partially ding. Partially ding in another language. So cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Also, I would like to remind everyone that we are very grateful for suggestions for words, and we have made a Google form for it. So if you have words to suggest for the podcast, please do use the Google form, because it makes things a lot easier for me. I can just tick out the words because I get this nice little spreadsheet, and I can just color out the words that I've already used, and it is very much easier for me to actually organize this torment of Katherine and
torment. Oh god, organizing torment. This sounds very rough indeed. Oh dear.
Also, I would remind you that while some of the there was a suggestion today or yesterday, I'm not sure, where the suggestion says the southern accent of how to say you. Perhaps you would be so kind as to demonstrate how the Southerners, or perhaps Texaners, that is a
Texaners. Oh my goodness,
yes.
This word is new to me. No, we don't call them Texaners. We call ourselves Texans.
Texaners sounds much better.
No, it doesn't. It sounds really weird.
Yes, it does.
Texaners. Oh dear. We will talk about this later.
Of course. Anyways, the question was whether you could help me learn how to pronounce that word in Texanese, which
Texanese.
I cannot do so, but at least for the amusement of the listeners, it would be nice if you could show them how this is pronounced.
Right. Are you going to send me the word in Texanese?
You all.
Y'all?
Thank you.
Yeah. Come on down, y'all.
It sounds like you're saying yowl, but y'all.
No, I'm not saying yowl. If I said yowl, you would know that I meant yowl. I'm saying y'all.
Of course.
Of course. Notice how Caledorn does not actually say the word. He just says, of course. And soon to follow are the yeks. Yek.
Indeed. I would also remind you that while it is interesting to have all these funny suggestions and interesting suggestions like y'all, the point is not for Katherine to help me learn how to pronounce things.
Oh, that could be the point. That could be another new podcast we could do. How to teach Caledorn to speak Texanese.
Yes, that would be an excellent podcast. It would have to be a special episode, though.
We could do that. That could be fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I sense much dread in my
No,
now.
Don't you worry. I am a kind teacher. Ain't nothing to worry about, honey. Ain't no thing at all to think about. It's going to be fine and easy and nice. Mm-hmm.
That don't impress me.
That don't impress you much. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm fluttering my fan wildly now. Oh my. I am offended. Yes.
Indeed. I will go back to my posh British, and you can go to your
something
Texanese land.
Oh God, Texaner. Oh dear. This is most rough. All right. Well, I guess we should probably wrap up the program, unless there's another item. Do you have?
No, there does not seem to be more items. Big shout out to the commenters. A few of them have had me in tears laughing.
Oh yes,
please do continue to participate in the game. It is very amusing, and I'm having a great deal of fun reading the comments.
So, yeah, we love reading your comments on our videos. They really brighten our day, that's for sure. We laugh over them together often.
Yes.
So, all right. Well,
on that note, may the blessing of the Yek go. Take care of Yek selves and each Yekkers.
See you next time. Bye.